in Cairo, where protesters have been gathered for much of the last 3-4 hours. And the scenes have really increased over the last few minutes. We saw an armoured vehicle pushing protesters towards the right of frame, pushing them out. But then the protesters came back. It was people power, if you like. They were forcing the riot police in their armoured vehicle back. Okay. We saw some sort of projectile fire. There was a flame there. Ayman, what have you got for us, Ayman?
Well, Kamal, we can hear also from our studios the chants of the crowds below, and what they're asking, or what they're saying really, is where is the international media? And they are saying this is the real state terrorism. So the hundreds or so that have gathered on the bridge and below our office actually have been chanting now for the past few minutes, this is state terrorism, where is the media? So it's a very tense situation between the protesters and the organizers, or at least the organizers behind the protests and the rioters and the police that have come here. And this, as I was saying, a major thoroughway in the heart of Cairo. It's the October 6th bridge that runs from east to the west of the city, and that's where it seems that the protests have concentrated for the time being.
That is Ayman Moyheldin reporting live from Cairo over these extraordinary scenes that we are seeing. But don't think this is limited to the Egyptian capital for 1 minute. It's all over the country. Like here in Suez. These pictures which came through earlier today of the huge protests that came through. About 4,000 extra police were brought in after riots overnight, but it seems they have not been very effective at all against that tide of people in Suez. In amongst it, Jamal Al-Shal, our reporter in Suez. Jamal, tell us what you're seeing.
Jamal, there is thick black smoke that's covering the center of the city, and the protesters continue. It seems there is definitely no let up here, and I want to refer back to a phrase you used, power of the people, and it has definitely been manifested here in Suez. Despite the reinforcements brought by the security services, the people have just been overwhelming in numbers and in their desire or insistence to make their voices heard. Kamal?
Jamal, talk me through also what happened last night. I think we might still have the pictures from last night as well, just to give viewers an idea of what gave rise to this much bigger protest today.
Well, as you know, on the first day of protest, which was on the 25th, 2 people here in the Suez were killed by security forces, which angered the locals to no extent. So protests have continued since then. Last night, Thursday night, 1,000 protesters gathered outside the main police station in an area called Al-Arba'in. Now, this police station is very significant because it was in 1973, during the Israeli invasion, that this police station the Israelis used as a command center in this area. So the locals here say that they're fighting almost an identical battle against the regime at this area. And it's only in the past half an hour that they've managed to overwhelm the security forces in this police station and actually take it over. Part of it has been set alight, and there is thick, billowing smoke that's rising through the air as we speak right now. Also, as we speak, hundreds of protesters, many of them actually women in this demonstration, have taken to the mayor's office, or the governorate, the main governorate here in Suez, in a demonstration towards there. It seems like that one potentially be more peaceful because of its makeup. They are mainly young women that are going there. However, across the city of Suez, there is discontent, there is protests, and rising anger towards the regime.
Jamal Al-Shal on the line from Suez. These are some of the most recent pictures we've had, and you certainly see the number of police a lot less in those pictures than the ones we saw earlier, where you saw the line of police probably 3 or 4 deep coming up against this huge wave of protesters. The reinforcements that came in overnight clearly didn't make a huge difference. Well,